Say Barak de Yahweh, Barak de Yahweh Shah, Barak de Yahweh, Barak de Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there doing this work in true sincerity. I like to say Muwathla Babel, which is depth of Babylon. Lord willingness is edifying to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. Yeah, so I'm back with a part 2 of prophecies and other topics. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Egypt being America today, spiritually the land of Egypt today. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. This is the book of Revelations, chapter, I believe that's 11, verse 8. Let me see here. This is Revelations chapter 11, verse 8. And after 3 days, Salakia, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in that street of the great city, America being that great city, which spiritually is called Sodom. Sodom represents what? Sodomites, which is homosexuals. And Egypt represents bondage, going back into Exodus 20 and 2. It says, where also our Lord was crucified. So this is spiritually Egypt all over again. 2nd Ezra 15 and 10. Behold, my people is led. And we got it in the last video, who the Lord people is, going back into Exodus 3 and 10, which is the children of Israel, which is you so-called black Hispanics and Native Americans, according to prophecy. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm. And that's talking about the remnant of Israel that's going to be brought out of the land of Egypt, America, through the will and the power of Yahweh Shema Shah. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. And those plagues, we went into the book of 2nd Ezra 15 and I believe that was 5, verse 5 or 6. Let's get it again. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And we got Zechariah 14 and 12. So we know what those plagues are. So like the Lord said, what did he say? He said, verse 11, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and we destroy all the land thereof. How is the land is going to be destroyed? By thermonuclear missiles, by ICBM, which is intercontinental ballistic missiles. You could see that wars are brewing up between the U.S., Iran, Russia, China, Turkey, North Korea. These nations are brewing up for World War III. You know, this is what's coming, whether few people believe it or not. Romans 3 and 3. Salakia. Verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten. Right. Egypt shall mourn. Now, a place that is built off the foundation of concrete isn't going to mourn. It's talking about you people. It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plagues and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fall through the blasting in hell with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world. Woe means destruction. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. So the Lord saying destruction to you people, man, that dwell here in the world, man. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And if you measure the times diligently in itself, you can see that this is a fact, that destruction is drawing unto you people. But what are you people thinking about? You ain't thinking about nothing but the things of the world. You know, and that's why the Lord is going to catch you like a thief in the night. You know, what did he say in the book of, what is that? Matthew chapter 24, verse 36. Let me get that. This is Matthew's chapter 24, verse 36. It says, well, let's start at 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating, drinking, marriage, and giving into marriage. See, you people are doing that now. You people are doing that now. You're eating, you're drinking, you marriage, you giving into marriage. You're only worried about the things of the world. You're not worried about the upcoming destruction. Why? Because you in that spirit that it's not gonna happen it's not gonna happen during my time. Maybe my kids or my grandchildren's time. You you cursing your own damn kids and your grandchildren to go through this. That's what's wicked about 2/3 of you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It says, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marriage and giving into marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Why? Because you people were wicked. The Most High had to wipe you out. This is the book of Genesis 6 and 5, and I always go to this chapter and this verse. It says, and the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thought of his heart was evil, only evil continuously, just like you people are now. You know, 2/3 of you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that's all you think about is evil. I gotta make money. I gotta come up. I gotta start a good life in America. Not thinking about the destruction that's about to come to America. This place is edging into World War III, man. World War III is coming. It's right around the corner. The Most High is about to destroy this place. And it says, and it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creepy things, and the fowls of the air, for it repented me that I had made them. So it repented the Lord that he had made them, man. So let me jump down to 11. It says, the earth also was corrupted before the Most High, and the earth was filled with violence. Is not the earth filled with violence now? The earth is filled with violence, man. The U.S. is constantly sending their armies over there to the Middle East, because the scriptures tell you he keepeth not at home in Habakkuk the 2nd chapter. He sent his armies over there to the Middle East and does what? He put proxy armies over there. He bums generals and kills so-called innocent people. That's the ways of the so-called white man. Destructions. This dude, going back into Psalms the 9th chapter, this dude, all he does is causes destruction to the cities. And it says, and the Most High looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupt his way upon the earth. And the Most High said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth, man. So that's what the Lord is doing, man. The Lord is preparing you people for death and destruction. For death and destruction. This is what's coming to you. So this is what's coming to you people. So let's go back here to the book of 2nd Ezra 15. 2nd Ezra 15 and 15. For the sword and their destruction, draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, evading one another. That's one of the racial wars that's going to come into play. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, right? Their governments, their police, these pastors, they're not going to regard you, man. It says, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able to, right? Because they're going to close these cities off, man. They're going to close off these cities on you people. For because of their pride, the city, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The horses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Behold, saith the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south and from the east, and Lebanus, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them. Done to who? Done to you so-called Black, Hispanics and Native Americans. That's the vengeance of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, man. The scripture says, for vengeance is of the Lord. Going back into the book of, what is that, Psalms 94 and 1, and Deuteronomy, what is that, Deuteronomy 32 and 28, I believe. It says, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen. Who is the Lord chosen? You so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You chosen, which is the book of Isaiah 44 and 1. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom, thus saith the Lord power. And it says, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not seize over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth, right? Because the Most High is about to bring destructions to you people, man. To you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This is what's coming to you. But not only you, but the so-called white man and the other nations. This is what's coming, man. The fire is going forth from his wrath and have consumed the foundation of the earth. The fire being the thermonuclear missiles. Going back into the book of 2nd Ezra 16 and 13. Matter of fact, let's get that too. We'll come back to this. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. Now, is it talking about literal arrows? No. It's talking about the nuclear missiles. Why? Because check it out. And shall not miss when they begin to be shot unto the ends of the world. What can go from one continent to another? A thermonuclear missile. It could touch down in no more than 20 to 30 minutes. And it says, behold, the plagues are sent, right? Because a thermonuclear missile was a part of that plague. I brought it out in the last video in 2nd Ezra 14. I mean 2nd Ezra, Zechariah 14 and 12. It says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and should not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards, right? Because a nuclear missile isn't going to be shot off and they be like, oh, let me cancel that nuclear missile and put it back in its pod. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. When they get shot, the Spirit of the Lord going to be on the missiles and they going to hit their targets, man. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Let me get this real quick. Oh, Salaki. A bit easier if I just go up in here. This is Joel chapter 2. I just want to get to the point. This is Joel chapter 2 verse 3. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. What is it talking about? It's talking about the nuclear missiles. It's talking about missiles altogether. Because you're going to have one missile that's going to be able to shoot multiple warheads. It said, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as the horsemen so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on tops of mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as they strong people set in battle array. Before their face the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather in blackness. Why? Because you people gonna be shot when you see nuclear missiles shot above the skies, man. You're gonna be in shock, man. A lot of you people gonna have heart attacks. And there's gonna be no escaping them, man. You could go hide in your basements or whatever you got, but there's gonna be no hiding from them. It says, they shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Right? When they be shot off, man, they just gonna be shot off. They're not gonna bump up against each other and blow up in the skies. That's not gonna happen. You people in your mind, you gonna hope that happens. It says, neither shall one thrust another. There you go. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Right? And that's talking about what? That's talking about those counter missiles, man. America set up counter missiles. All nations pretty much have counter missiles. But like Russia built missiles where when you shoot a counter missile, uh, a defense missile, a counter missile, for the lack of a better word, Russia built missiles to where it sends off a signal that knocks that counter missile right out of the air, man. It says, they shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief, right? Because when they get shot, they're going to be entering in out of everywhere, man. Like if you watch that movie, um, what is that, one Avenger movie? I think it was the second Avenger movie. I can't really remember, but they was telling a story. The two, you had Silver, I think his name was Silver or something like that, a fast guy, and then Scarlet Witch. But they was talking about how a missile came into their house, and when it hit the floor, it didn't blow up. So they was able to identify that missile, that it was Tony Stark's. But what's gonna happen is that when you see these missiles enter, they're gonna blow up, man. There's not gonna be one missile that doesn't blow up on you, man. It says, they shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the horses. I mean, Salakia houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. It says, the earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Right? Because when they start getting set off, the skies are going to turn black, man. It says, and the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is strong that executed his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible, and who can abide in it, man? You people got a lot of judgment, man. A lot of death is going to happen in America, man. And that's what I'm bringing out right now. Just as I did in the other video, I'm bringing out what? I'm bringing out prophecy and other topics. Going back into the book of Second Ezra 15 and what was that, 21? 23. The fire is gone forth from his wrath and have consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. And who is the sinners? 2/3 of you so-called black Hispanics and Native Americans. The scripture also calls the white man, Esau Edom, a sinner as well, man. That's in the book of I think First Thessalonians 2 and 3. It talks about the man of sin, the man of prediction, and it says, woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord. Right, you so-called black Hispanics and Native Americans, man. It says, I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power, defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore deliver he them to death and destruction, man. These scriptures, man, hey, this is fire, man. This is beautiful, man. It's telling you, man, all they that sin is going to be delivered to what? Death and destruction. It says, for now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For the Most High shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. Behold, an horrible vision and the appearance thereof from the east. So this is what's coming, man. This is what's coming. It's death and destruction to you people. Especially 2/3 of you so-called black Hispanics and Native Americans, man. The Lord is not about to have pity on you, man. And you people deserve every bit of what's coming to you. But yeah, man, I'm going to go ahead and end it from there. That's all I wanted to get on that. But I'm going to say Barak Day Yahweh. Barak Day Yahweh Shah. Barak Day Yahweh. Barak Day Yahweh Shah. Bahashem Ruach HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. And salutations to you brothers out there doing this work in true sincerity. I like to say Moaf La Babel, which is death to Babylon. And Lord willing, this was edifying to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. Until next time, I'd like to say Shalom.